So March Madness has been going on, and we've had a few upsets. One of which particularly close to Spencer's heart in the Duke Blue Devils losing to.
It's not. He's a bandwagon. It doesn't matter.
The man among boys. He's actually not a bandwagon. I will be honest. Well,
he's a bandwagon. You can't be from Texas and like Duke for.
But it's been forever.
Let me just do my
but
Duke
he
thing
did
real
stop.
quick.
He did stop rooting for them when they went through a bad couple of years.
Yeah. I wonder. Oh, that's like textbook.
So no. Let me do my Duke thing for 15 seconds. When I was a kid, I fell in love with Seth Curry. Okay. I thought he was maybe even better than Steph Curry, but of course he played at Duke. And then I just loved watching college basketball. It was so much fun. Best rivalry in college basketball, Duke, UNC, yada, yada, yada. I watched all the way through 2017 Tatum year. He goes to the Celtics. Great. And then I stopped watching because this is why I won't watch college basketball. And it's a problem with college basketball today. Guys stay there for a year. Hey, look, they're going to get their bag. They're going to the NBA. That's great. But it used to be great when a team had an identity and you could count on a guy to be there, maybe not even a full 4 years, but at least 2 or 3 years. And now the turnover rate is so high. And the teams we do see late in these tournaments, Zach Edey, DJ Burns, if even the 11 seed NC State, these guys who have been to these schools for 3+ years, 4 years, those are the teams that go on these deep runs. And, but yeah, that's why, I mean, at some point it just was no longer entertaining to just watch a brand new freshman class every single season. But yeah, I bandwagon in the tournament time. That's fair.
Thank you. At least you said it. Also, watching college basketball is one of the most painful things one can do right now.
It's not a great product.
It's an awful product.
2020
Some of the tournament games have been fun.
Limited skill. Some of them have been. The
like that last Alabama game
have been good.
Was great.
That was a lot of fun. The 2 Duke games were good. The last 2 Duke games. And then watching Purdue and Zach Edey is just miserable.
Unfun.
No.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's unfun. Watching UConn's fun for the first half, and then they just blow every team out of the water. They're my pick. They have been
that's a good pick.
For a long time, since probably December. So
yeah,
I would like to.
I felt like
claim
that like it was going to be them or Houston.
The Huskies are my dogs.
And then
making a bold prediction there, Will.
Injuries.
Making a bold prediction.
Yeah, I know. Really stuck my neck out on that one.
Nice. Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out.
Hey, but it's up in the air.
Yeah, but there's nothing good about watching Zach Edey shoot 30 free throws in a game and they win. Like, it's so predictable.
It's a worse version of watching Embiid.
It absolutely is. It's like watching Embiid without any of the skill.
Yeah, exactly. Or the talent.
And you can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's the same thing with Burns. You can't beat it.
He went 14 of 22 from the free throw line. Just misery, pure misery.
It's awful. Watching a guy get his 39th and 40 points on free throws when he's been getting free throws the whole night, it's miserable. There's nothing wrong with free throws. It's just also like these guys should be officiated a little bit differently. It's the same theory I have with Embiid and Giannis. Like, you have to be physical with these guys. They're so much bigger than the rest of their competition. And then you get a guy like Kyle Filipowski, who's just a smaller guy who fouls out so early in the second half because he's not allowed to play physical. So everything's a foul when you're trying to guard a guy like DJ Burns, who, to his credit, special player, but it's just those type of guys dominate.
I also want to know why Zach Edey is 7'4" and has never had over 2.5 blocks in a season, like average 2.5 blocks in a season.
Well, he's not a great player.
He can't
unskilled
jump.
Defender.
That's why, he's
the fact that this guy's going first round because of this tournament makes me sick. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie.
If I was 7'4",
I could do the exact same things.
Yeah, you could, and that's exactly his whole game. Is he's tall and he's big. But you look at how often do you see the best college basketball player in the world or in the country not be a lottery pick? It doesn't happen all that often.
It's often, pretty much every year.
You think so? Well, but the guy that is the guy.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are always older players, and when I was younger,
Well,
I
that's
used to
the
think
thing
like that
with
guy is
college
so
basketball.
good in college. How is he not getting NBA love? And then you get older and you watch the NBA, and you're like, oh well, he's slow,
Like,
or he's small,
that's why.
or he's
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Just-
like I think
It's usually
Tyler
the small
Hansbrough was
guys.
the last one.
yeah,
No,
the
he's
small
like
guys.
Max
will.
Abesmith, great player, not an NBA guy.
No,
Those type of dudes, a little 6 foot. They're hoopers, but they're not NBA players. You know.
well, that was the
No,
thing with
they'll-
Brunson at
they could have a good
Villanova.
career
He
overseas.
got so overlooked, but he actually ended up, of course, being spectacular.
Yeah, he
NBA
grew
player.
a little bit though. He also grew in college. I think he started his college career at 6 foot maybe, and he's what,
Probably
6'3"
6 foot
now.
flat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you know what other question I have, and maybe Spencer could speak to this actually. Why is men's college basketball the only basketball league that has 2 halves and not 4 quarters? Like, why do you go from
it's a great question.
Like high
No
school
idea.
has 4 quarters, and then you go to college and you play an entirely
Yeah.
different setup, and then you go back to 4 quarters in the NBA? It just
And I thought
Like,
it was
why?
an NCAA thing, but the women's, I mean, they play with 4
Yeah.
quarters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At this point, they need to change it just because everything's becoming college sports is becoming so much like professional. They might as well just change it.
it's just the worst version of professional sports now.
And it's 30 second shot clock.
Yeah, that's
you put the
worst
shot
thing.
clock
It's
down
weird.
to 24 second. You put that down to 24 seconds. We're gonna have some decent. We're gonna have some because ISO ball stops. Not completely, but you get these dudes that dribble for 20 seconds.
Well, they dribble or they swing the ball 8 different times to try to like disguise the play, and then they just end up getting into the most basic set of all time that every high school across the country is running. And it's like, okay, you did all that for what? Just because the shot clock's long. So yes, reduce the shot clock, cut it to 4 quarters, or make it 4 quarters, and do something to encourage guys to stay. And I guess the NIL is doing that, but they can't really compete with the NBA money even still. But like I look at like a team like Duke, for example, who has these great players, and they're going to get a guy like Cooper Flagg in there next year. Could you imagine how good that team would be if they kept their incumbent roster plus the top recruit coming in? But you're never going to see that in college. These guys you dangle NBA money in front of them, and of course they should absolutely take it when they get the chance. So I don't know. It is a bit of a flawed product, but the tournament can be fun.
We're just sick and tired of watching the piston elevator ran in college. Miserable. Look it up if you don't know. It's a miserable play. Doesn't work. It works in high school.
A lot of stuff works in high school.
I saw it about 6 times. Tennessee ran it like 6 times last game, and they didn't score once on it. So, anyways, good job, Tennessee. I'm glad Tennessee lost, so I hate Tennessee.